Hello bookish friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading, and for today's video I am pretty excited despite it being like sad theme readathon because it's called Grinchathon, so you'll see in a few minutes. Grinchathon, if you don't know, is hosted by my good friend named Izzy. I'll leave her channel down below. I love her so much. I met her because of Booktube, so we've been on a crazy ride together. And so I'm gonna be using my phone today for the video because I wrote down the reading prompts. There's a Discord chat from the readathon listed down below in the description, and also, like I said, Izzy would be listed down below, so definitely go check out the description box and let's get started because this sounds like a fun readathon. So once again, this readathon is called Grinchathon. It's a readathon that Izzy created because she's not much of a holiday person herself, and she wanted to do some fun reading stuff with her bookish friends, so she came up with this idea 4 years ago now, which is crazy. I've been meaning to do this every time I see it come up, and I never get to do it because I'm either working or traveling. This year I am still going to be working during this week. It's happening December 15th through December 22nd, so from Friday to Friday, which is a lot better than what I would have done. And here are the 8 challenges. I'm going to go over the reading challenges first, like always, and then after that, we'll talk about the TBR that I have, because all of these are a very short book, with the exception of 2, I think. Anyways, let's start with the challenges. Challenge 1 is to read an old book. This can be the oldest book on your TBR or oldest book on your currently reading shelf. That one was hard for me to think about. Challenge 2 is to read a book with green and black on the cover. Challenge 3 is to use a random number generator, or for me, I'm gonna have a family pick. So we'll see if I can get a clip of my sister, who's also named Izzy, in case y'all don't know. I'll have my sister Izzy pick for me, or I'll see if my mom can pick me, but right now my mom is tutoring. Then challenge 4 is to read a quick read. So this can be a graphic novel, children's book, ebook, short book even, or even just a book you're already halfway through. Challenge 5 is warm color books, or warm in the title, or have a warm setting for the book. Challenge 6, which is really hard, is pronouns, and Izzy wanted this in there because there's not a lot of people who don't know about pronouns, and there's a whole lot of pronouns of just he and she. There's you, him, he, they, them. I'm sure you guys can find some. I kind of interpreted this as with the character with that pronoun, so hopefully that will work. And then challenge 7 is goal. Read anything that goes towards your reading goal. Challenge 8 is a recommendation. This can be a Booktube recommendation, a book talk recommendation. I think I might do a blurb by my favorite author, which is what I did, and I would be curious to see what book talk will have me read if I did choose book talk. But anyways, let's jump into my TBR. So this is my stack of books. One of these I did started earlier this year, so that's why there's already some like annotation tabs in it. But we'll get to that when we get to it. So the first prompt is oldest book, and that can be oldest book on your TBR shelf. Sorry, I feel like something got in my eye during that thing. Whoo! Anyways, this can be oldest book on your TBR shelf, oldest book on your currently reading shelf. And for me, I did my TBR cart, and I was like, I've been meaning to read this book, and I haven't read this book yet because it is a standalone novel, and it's the last book that I have unread by my favorite author, and that is Warrior of the Wild by Teresa Levenseller. I actually lied. I have another book by Teresa on the shelf, so I will have 2 books to read. Oh my gosh, my eye. I will have 2 books by her to read. So I don't know too much about this. I just remember this was a YA Viking story that's a standalone. It says, how do you kill a god? As her father's chosen heir, 18-year-old Ramsia has trained her whole life to become a warrior and led her village. But when her coming-of-age trial is sabotaged and she fails the test, her father banishes her to the monster-filled wilderness with an impossible quest. To win back her honor, she must kill the oppressive god who claims tribute from the village each year or die trying. Like, what? It sounds so good. And like I said, minus the new book that just came out by Teresa, this is my only book I haven't read by her. And I think that's honestly why I haven't read it, because this is a YA standalone and I hear nothing but amazing things about it. And it's super short too, so, and you can definitely tell it's my oldest book on this list because of how yellow the pages are getting. So yeah, this is the book I'm reading for oldest. I don't know where to put you guys. I feel like I never know where to put any of my books now. Next is to read a book with green and black or just one color on the cover. I picked Beasts of Prey, Beasts of Ruin by Ayana Gray. This is the sequel and the follow-up novel to Beasts of Prey, which is one of my favorite books ever. I read that for my book club last year and I really enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to reading the sequel. And I do have an e-arc of book 3, Beasts of War, I think is what it's called. I just got an e-arc approved of that like last month, so I'm hoping I can binge read this trilogy in the month of December and wrap it up in 2023, and then just wait for the beautiful finished copy of book 3. But as you can tell, there's green and black all over this book, and this is also my December TBR just for that same reason, because I wanted to try and see if I can wrap up this trilogy in the month of December, because one of my reading goals for this year, which we'll talk about later on in this video, is to complete at least 23 series, and I don't know if I have done that yet, so hopefully with this series this will help me get to that goal. Yeah, my eyes just randomly started bothering me. Yikes. Random pick. I'm gonna skip that one because I don't know what my family will pick, so we'll have to see what happens that. For a quick read, my gosh, I picked Foxnare by Yoon-Han Lee. This is the third and final book in the Thousand Worlds trilogy. Another one that I'm super excited to read. This one can also go for read a book with green and black on the cover, because obviously there's green and black on the cover. This was one of my most anticipated reads of this year, and this is also the finale of a trilogy in this middle grade trilogy, so I'm really looking forward to see how this all wraps up in the third book. Again, this will count towards my reading goals, so hopefully if I do get to this, I will definitely be very proud of myself, because I really enjoyed some of the Rick Riordan Presents books that I've read this year, so hoping to read many more in the future. Next is to read a book with warm colors, and warm colors are considered yellow, red, and green, I think. So I found a book with both red and yellow on the cover, and that is Fall of the School for Good and Evil by Simone Chanier. This is the second and final book of this duology. Can you sense a theme here? I'm trying to complete as much of my series as possible. This is technically book 2 in the prequel series, but this prequel series is only a duology to the School for Good and Evil series, which is one of my all-time favorite series ever. Like, I'm having a video about favorite series, and this author will definitely be in there. I'm really looking forward to this one as well. I pre-ordered this earlier this year, and I just never got around to reading it, despite it being so short. I think it's just because this is the final book in the universe as well, and I'm nervous about it. So, and as you can see, there's red and yellow on the cover, so that's pretty awesome that fulfilled the challenge. Next one is pronouns. So read a book that either the character has those pronouns, or if you interpret it like me, you read a book with the characters who has the same pronouns as you. So for me, I picked The Sun and the Star by Rick Riordan and Marco Shiro. This is a book that I meant to read for my book club earlier this year. This was my May book club or my June, I can't remember. Anyways, I meant to read this earlier this year and I just never got around to it. I did started it, and as you can see, I got some annotations in it, which is pretty exciting. So I'm gonna have to definitely restart this one once once Grinchathon starts. So I'm gonna have to restart this and then maybe re-annotate it too, or maybe I'll just leave my annotation in. But yeah, this is a YA standalone novel. I can't really read the summary too much about this one because it's technically a sequel to the Heroes of Olympus series. So if you read that series, you will know what will go on in this one. Again, this was one of my most anticipated reads of 2023, and I just never got around to reading it. So hopefully I will with this TBR. Next is to read a book that goes to one of your reading challenges, and for me, I picked A Curse of True Love by Stephanie Garber. This is the third and final book of the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. I'm very eager for this one. This one is, like I said, the finale of this trilogy. Again, I am sad to say goodbye to this, but I also need to get to this so it can get wrapped up and it can get check marked off my list, because I'm a list person. I don't know about you guys, but I love looking at my list and being like, oh, this is what I still need to read, and this is what I have read. So hopefully this will be one of those times where I have read the finale of this trilogy and I don't have to carry this series over into 2024. Pretty stoked for this, and I don't know if she announced it yet, but I know there was some tease about Stephanie Garber's having a new book, so that's pretty exciting. I think it's supposed to come out in 2024 as well, so I don't have long to wait for a new Stephanie Garber book. Pretty stoked for this, and hopefully I love this one because I hear mixed reviews about this finale. And then the last one is recommendation. So you can do somebody who recommended you the book, or what Izzy said in her video. She said you can do an author blurb on the book. And for me, I picked Vengeance of the Pirate Queen by Teresa Levasseur. This is the third and final book of this trilogy as well. Look how stunning these stenciled edges are. Like, yes, please. I love it. I cannot wait to see what book 3 has in store for me. This is the, like I said, third and final book of the trilogy. I absolutely love the original 2 books we had for the duology. It was one of my favorite duologies. And then when she announced that there was a new book in the world, I was like, yes. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this has in store for me as well. And this will go to one of my reading goals of completing a series, because as you guys know, I had a goal of reading 23 series this year, and I honestly don't know how much I've read. Future me will have to go back and look at the notebook and then let you guys know here on the screen. This is how much we have read. And I really hope it's a good number. If it's not, I'm gonna be so sad. But yeah, this is gonna be going towards that reading goal. Again, this is one of the series I don't want to carry over to 2024. So hopefully with this reading challenges, it would help me out with this book. And hopefully it will be off my TBR, because I bought this in November and I pre-ordered this one, and this came the same day as Iron Flame. So yay. So hopefully I'll get to this in the month of December, and if I don't, I'm gonna be so sad. Alrighty, that is everything I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys down in the comments below. If you are participating in Grinchathon, let me know what books you plan to read, and I'll talk to you guys down in the comments below. Bye! So one of the reading prompts I have is to have somebody pick 2 books. Or 1 book, obviously. So these are the 2 options we have.
Thank you for meeting me today.
This one?
I appreciate it.
Hey, she picked this one. So yay, thank you. Hello, bookish friends. I realized while editing my video, stop, Ange. Every time I'm on camera. Hello, bookish friends. I realized while editing my video tonight that I never realized what I told you, which author blurbed Teresa Levaseur's new book. So the author that I picked for this was Adeline Grace, and Adeline Grace is the author of the Belladonna trilogy and also all the Star and Teeth duology, which I still need to complete. But I picked it because I love the Belladonna trilogy so far. So thought I'd come on here and let you know which author I have picked, because I didn't tell you guys in my videos. So have a great night.